welcome to our meeting. And you would like to welcome Alan.
Sure. We would also like to welcome Alan Dickerson, a prospective board member.
Welcome, both of you.
Welcome.
And with that.
Turn your mic on. Turn your mic on.
Got to push the button.
Now can you hear me?
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Now let's try it again. We'll call the meeting to order and you have to do a roll call.
Harry Collins,
Here.
Carol Zawacki, Gloria Bortnicek, Russ Amo,
Here.
Kathy Judkins, Darwin Van Dievender, Jeff DeCenzo,
Here.
Bert Fenby, Ralph Tillotson,
Here.
and Carol Bolton.
We have a number of people that are on vacation, a lot of people in Florida.
Enough for quorum here.
A quorum is enough. The way our quorum works is that you are half of who's here
It's a vote.
plus one.
That's a vote.
That's a vote.
In order to conduct a meeting, you have to have a quorum.
I'm sorry, say,
No, it's half of the current appointed members.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've got to have 6 people.
we only have 4.
Pardon me?
It's not red, it's not the half that's in attendance.
No, that's in order to conduct a vote during the meeting. To begin the meeting, you have to have a full quorum. Have to know, have.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. It's new to me, but that's okay. So then what?
Well, you can't do any official business. I mean, if you have other business to do, but you can't vote on anything,
That's,
you can.
we could go through the agenda and all the information, but
Okay,
cannot vote on anything.
Yeah.
so we can't vote on the minutes. Last month's minutes.
Not conduct any, you cannot have any vote.
Russ,
If our new member would get appointed, but unfortunately we don't have a quorum to do that, I can appoint myself
Yeah.
as a member for the day. So right now you have 5, so we can't
still
vote
need
on a
one
new
more.
member either.
You need one more if I follow you right.
One more.
Jim?
Okay.
and I'd like to say to our guests, that I don't remember us ever missing more than 1 or possibly 2 people at any given
At any
meeting.
given time.
This is a
I've
first.
been on this board a long time and
I can't remember not having a quorum.
Elected.
It's not always like this, Alan.
Well, then you can report on things anyway, right? She can. So there's no approval of the minutes. So we're down to you very quickly. And you can talk about whatever you wish to.
Very quickly. Well, I'll do my best. So budget information, I gave you all an updated budget sheet. The one that we sent out prior had I think Morenci had the wrong site meal number, which definitely impacts us when it had 100 and we really had 422 for the month. Other than that, January was pretty much a steady Eddie month. We didn't have any closings or anything exciting until February, so that's, unless you have questions on that, that's all the information I really have about our numbers or our budget information. Going down my list of things, I shared last time, but home services is now 3/4 of the staff have been enrolled in a program to move from a call-in at the homes to an app process on their phones. That training process is going well. Monday was our third group, so we have one more group to go. And it's getting easier to get there. The first group is rolling. They've been doing it for a whole month now. And so that's been a great asset. We've had some growing pains in our documentation changing, but we're getting there. All those things that you don't think about until it's happening. Daybreak. There is a new caregiver workshop coming. It's called Compassionate Meditations for the Caregiver. We are pleased that Brenda Cole, who is has a PhD in counseling, has come forward to help us and present this program. It is a 6-session starting in May that's not right. Every other session, one session, 2 a month. One is live and in person, one is through virtual, just to give the caregivers some opportunity to not have to worry about respite care. Free opportunity happening at Daybreak for those that want to attend. Senior Center information, some updates on things happening in case you are someone who likes a good corned beef meal. That is happening on March 13th. On March 17th is the day that they'll have their St. Patrick's Day activities. The 13th, why would we have the meal on a different day than St. Patrick's Day is always a good question, and that's 2 parts. That meal takes a lot of prep. And if we prepped it on Friday, it would sit and wait until Monday, and that's not always our freshest option. So we do try and put it on a Thursday before the holiday. It needs to be on a Thursday because Onstead's only open 3 days a week. We will be closed for services on April 18th, which is Good Friday. It's a half-day holiday. We utilize that half day as training for a large portion of our staff, being that most of our services would be at noon. That makes it very difficult to carry out anything if we close at noon. A few other things going on. In March, we have our Triad group, which is a collaboration of older adult services, law enforcement, and older adults themselves. Our Triad group is hosting a presentation on March 12th at 10 a.m. at the hospice. That's the next one. At 10 a.m. at our Onstead Senior Center. It is on scams. We have Premier Bank coming in to offer that free opportunity for us. March 19th, the following Wednesday, I mentioned this last time, the Alzheimer's Association in partnership with Hospice of Lenawee is providing a caregiver, a workshop for both professional and personal caregivers, home caregivers. 2 sessions. I did not write down the times. One is like at 3:30 and one is in the evening. Both are on the hospice website, both available to access. April 24th, the Older Adult Coalition. For those of you who don't know who that group is, we at the Department on Aging host that group, but it is any service provider that provides services or connections for older adults. We gather every other month with the opportunity to share resources, talk about information, know what each other are doing. We have a small committee pulled together and we are putting together a resource fair on April 24th. It will happen from 10 to 1. It will be at the Adrian Senior Center. It happens in conjunction with United Way's health check, their spring health check. Last year we did this unintentionally, found out both happened on the same day. The spring check is at St. Mary's Church. And so a shared parking lot, we had to scramble and change a few things, but it works out really well. They had the highest attendance they've ever had at the spring check, and we had a large population that came in to the resource fair. So we decided to do it again. we'll see how that works. It is a free event. Anyone can walk in the door. It's includes lunch. This year we have a crazy notion that we're going to try and provide a bingo game. Stay tuned. But that's from 10 to 1. Walk in, walk out, gather your things, get some information. We are well past 20 vendor registrations right now. Always welcome to take more. There is no charge for vendors. We do ask that they contribute to our door prize with a gift card. So minimal contribution to be able to participate. I have a note to just remind you that if you are not signed up for our county newsletter, please make sure you do it. It has some great information. Feel free to share it with someone else, but you would also know who we're highlighting in those. In the month of March, we will be highlighting Becky Borton, who is our finance person. We will be highlighting Brenda Dennis, who teaches line dancing at our Adrian Senior Center as our volunteer. And the program to be highlighted in March is our nutrition program, because of course, March is National Nutrition Month. Terry?
Sounds like a rather industrious month for March. You're going to be quite busy. I assume all of these events will be listed on the webpage for the website for, okay.
They sure will be. I have one more thing to share, if I may.
Okay, go ahead.
Centralized kitchen update. You may be keeping tabs on it. It is moving forward. It's very exciting. I had a peek at it a couple of weeks ago. It was cold and windy, but warm inside. I'm hoping that we will be able to do something to pop in and tour as a board sometime is when the weather breaks and it's a little safer, we'll say, to get in and out of it. And May is our anticipated date to start bringing in the large equipment. So that seemed like a long way away when we started this, and it's getting closer, which is very inspiring. And the fact that every day we have another piece of equipment that gives us a little bit of challenge. And so our duct tape and chewing gum are starting to stretch thin, and we do need to get there. So it's exciting.
How's the size? At one time you thought it was going to be smaller than you thought it was, or is it okay?
You know, I have very poor size relevance.
Okay.
If you told me it's this big, I would say, okay. But walking in it, this last time, it felt huge,
Okay,
but there's nothing in it yet. But it felt huge.
all right.
So I think the collaboration between the campus and ourselves is continuing to build. The campus has hired some additional kitchen staff, and I think that's helpful.
Hey,
Gary, I think you ought to toot your horn a little bit. At the campus, they had a problem with the roof and a leak, which kind of flooded the administrative area and some of the class areas. And I'll let Terry address it, but the kitchen for the Department of Aging stepped up, helped with the meals for the residents out there. So you might want to.
wow. Hmm.
Our partnership has started long before in this, that I have to applaud that kitchen staff that we have, because every time the campus says we have a problem, we've been able to help them out, and it goes both ways. And my staff has been tremendous in saying, yep, we can make that happen.
That's good.
We can even adapt and not send you liver and onions. That was last Thursday's menu when they were in a crisis, and he said, okay, well, we'll find you something else.
Well, it was well appreciated by the staff at Marie Spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. That's great.
They get a new cook out at the campus yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
Back to me. Yes, Jim.
So the director is going to schedule a joint visit for your board and the Board of Commissioners. We'll all be there together, and as soon as the opportunity presents itself out there, he's going to do that. And I understand, Carrie, that some of you that were making a tour out there the other day was getting a little lost of where the kitchen ends and where it starts. It's so big.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe me. No, you're not in the kitchen anymore.
Carrie? I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, Jeff.
Are all of the employees of the kitchens now being offered positions in the new kitchen when that opens? I know it's a long way off, but do you anticipate all of them making the move, to the different building or,
Yes and no.
okay,
We do know what that plan looks like. There are some little gray areas, but for the most part, we know most everybody at the Adrian Center will go to the new building. But 2 staff will remain behind because they will need someone to serve there. Who that is has yet to be determined.
Okay.
When we look at our Hudson team, one of those individuals comes from Addison. Her time will just remain in Addison. One will remain in Hudson. And then the others are yet to be determined how that will shake out.
Yeah.
There's lots of factors in that. And we also utilize manpower work in our kitchen right now. And we did that to start with because we knew that we needed people right now and we didn't have the time or energy to go through that hiring process. But as we move forward, it allows us to not fill staff that we don't know we will need when we get there. We do know that there will be some adjustments. We're going to have to live through it a little bit to figure out what those adjustments will be.
yeah, but you're dealing with it and keeping them informed, and people in that position they like to know what's happening and they get nervous and, yeah.
We have always had conversations about what that looks like, but we have really started opening that door to say, invite us in, let us have some conversations. On Monday, I'm going to the Hudson Senior Center to do that exact thing. Let them know what's happening and open that door and show them more information and ease some of those anxieties because the participants have that same concern.
Yeah.
Is somebody still going to be here for me? The number one question I probably get asked is, are you closing all the senior centers? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yep.
We're just moving to a kitchen that is can accommodate what we're doing safely.
Good. Okay, we're down to public comment, and I'm going to bring you in on this, and you can help me as far as how do we have 2 new board members that we're trying to get to.
Have what? Can you,
We have 2 new board members
okay,
that we're trying to put on. We can't vote for them.
sorry. Have to do it next month, just like you'll have to approve 2 sets of minutes and you have to do it next
All
month.
next month. Can I hold a special meeting?
You can, well, you can schedule a special meeting.
And then I need to have 6 people there?
Yep.
You'd have a quorum at whatever meeting we vote. If we vote at a meeting, we have to have a quorum.
Okay. So we can work that out if we can work that out, but other than that, we're going to wait till next month.
Correct.
All right. Well, part of my agenda was to say hello to Alan.
You can still do that. So your voting members will be here next time.
Okay, I tell you that maybe you can come back next month and we'll have it all officially wrapped up. Go ahead.
You can, if you would like to call a special meeting, making sure that we have a quorum at that. But there's also nothing to prevent you at the next regularly scheduled meeting to move the approval of the new candidates up the agenda,
Put it up on the top,
up at the top of the agenda.
and then they can be in attendance at that meeting. Is that what you're saying?
As long as you have 6 there.
Yeah. So if he can come, we can do it that way. We'll put it to the top and get it done that way.
Yeah, and then Terry's right, then they can participate once they're
Okay.
appointed. Pardon me?
even though they wouldn't have been through the commission approval.
Oh, sorry. You're right about
They're-
that. It's got to be
They're
done.
not official until.
Oh,
you
they're
tell
not
me they're
official
official.
until
Thank you
you
for that
approve it.
correction.
Oh,
You're right.
okay.
So if you're gonna do a special meeting, you'll have to do it before the Board of Commissioners meeting, which is a week from Wednesday.
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't think we can do that then. We got too many people on vacation.
No, and just have to wait till the next meeting.
We're gonna have to wait till the next
rotate.
meeting and handle it that way. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna open it up to the floor if there's anything else you want to bring up. If not, go ahead.
No, I'd just like to say, you know, I don't get here very often, but I'd like to say thank you to the members that are here today for your service and the time that you spend and do a great job at Department of Aging. I'll plan on coming back when there's a few more members here so we can welcome all. But I mean, you have three commissioners here today, Commissioner Tillis, Commissioner Collins and myself. And, you know, on behalf of the Board of Directors, we want to thank everyone for your service and the great job that you do with Department of Aging.
Yeah, we're proud of the meals, particularly that we're doing, and it is a very exciting place to be right now.
Right. Yeah,
So, and I appreciate you coming.
thank you.
Okay. With that, I think I just call for an adjournment, and we don't have to vote on anything, so we'll just end the meeting. Okay? It's all done.